To know how to be a god, I came up with a new realization about how to be a god. Just yesterday, I considered myself a god. I changed my stance on that, and I'm not really a god yet. It's because there is no god of cannabism yet. In cannabism, God will mean the savior, leader of man. Now, when I say savior, what that means is I have already made my million, and I started giving other people their 100,000. In order for me to be a god of cannabism, I have to hire somebody after I reach my million. It might take me a while to be a god of cannabism, but hey, that makes it to where any of you can be a god. All you gotta do is be rich, I guess, and be willing to give up your wealth. Good luck with that one. I ain't gonna find nobody to do that. Cannabism, as you know, has a cap. Once you get to $1 million, you're considered rich. And to maintain any more than $1 million is considered greed. And it's your job to find the next person to give money to when you hit that $1 million. You gotta find somebody worthy of being in the religion. It's not good enough just to have your money. You have to live the lifestyle. You have to devote yourself to caring about others, trying to figure out ways to solve the problems we're faced with today's society. Sure, I will be the god of cannabism, but somebody else that's pure of heart with $1,100,000, they can be a god as well. Keanu Reeves, he'd be a perfect god of cannabism. He kind of lives by the whole idea I'm going for here. Only good people can be gods. It don't really take much to be a devil or a fucking dick. To each their own. I'd rather make people's days a little bit better by preaching the good word. One day, hopefully, these preachings will reach enough people I can have my own church. I mean, cannabism really, it's just a religion I made up to redistribute the wealth that the world has. Thinking that since I could make an entity, which is cannabism, is tax-free, that the government can't tax, so all donations to and from my religion don't get taxed. That's why it has to be a religion. Because if I was to give somebody $100,000 and then have to pay tax on it, or they would have to pay tax on that $100,000, that's not really helping, is it? It's like giving somebody a brand new car that isn't able to afford the roof over their head, expecting to pay the taxes at the end of the year. They're fucked up, if you ask me. That's the way we have it set up, is for everybody to live independently of one another. Everybody to have their own fortress of solitude. I'm sorry it has to be that way. I want to one day show people exactly how to get along, how to care for one another. Unfortunately, I have to be rich first. Just take all the fucking money from everybody. Split it up evenly between everybody. I'm pretty sure that we would have world peace for a little while. It would end poverty. There will still be racism. There will always be racism because people are always going to judge you of your appearance and who you are. When life isn't such a struggle, racism is kind of a sarcastic joke. Like talking about how Asians drive crazy or something like that. If we seen each other as equals, we wouldn't have such a problem when somebody said something like that. But we don't see each other as equals. Whenever somebody says something like that, like black people love watermelon and chicken, well shit, you can say that about white people too. I like watermelon. I like chicken. What's wrong with that? And you can say that black people don't have the fathers. Nowadays, everybody's fucking father's running to the store to get a gallon of milk and not coming back. It's because everybody's expecting too much out of everybody else. The only way to make everybody equal is to take away what makes us unequal, which is wealth. Anytime you have something that causes greed. The greed simply comes from lack thereof. If you take that something that people are greedy for and just give everybody the same amount of that something, guess what? You just fucking eliminated greed. At least for 100 years or something. Shit. You'd also deflate inflation. Those people that are running them stores to make them burgers, to sell you stuff and all that, they should be like, all right, sorry, I was charging you a little bit too much. I'm a little bit of an asshole. Well, I don't need all that money now. Sorry about that. After everybody had the same amount of money, it'd be like dollar burgers. Back to the days, man. That guy's actually trying to lose weight. I'm just out here walking to think. Get after it, dude. Get after it. I guess there's an open vacancy for a guide right now. All you have to do is apply with me. Unfortunately, if you have more than 1 million, you're gonna lose the rest of it. Give the rest of it to me, and I will show you what to do with wealth over that. Of course, the religion will take 1 million of that to build the church and all that. In order to be God, you have to be right for it. So don't be mad if you hit me up and I see you're trash of a person and I'm just like, nah, I don't think it's a very good idea for you to be in this. I'm going to be a little bit selective because I don't want a bunch of assholes and people that like to prey on less fortunate. I want to create a world where we share, to where we worry and have compassion for one another. I don't want to share a world with people that could give two shits about me. If they see me stranded on the side of the road, they just keep driving by. I don't want to spend my world with people that want to pick on somebody because they have a disability or a different color of skin. In order to be God, I have to bless you and make you a God. It's weird because all I am is a priest right now. And it would take at least a year of hanging out with me to understand exactly what I mean when I talk about being a God. We would go about making the world a better place. We would pay it forward. Each thing would be televised. We would record all of it and make a viral sensation out of it on these platforms like YouTube, Facebook, all the social media. We would pay it forward that way. Make things work like that. I promise you there'll be more money coming in. And especially when you start giving money away, people will start paying interest into our religion. The reason I haven't given anybody any money is because I haven't ever even had 100,000 in my fucking bank account. And that's why I think, students, if they did good in school and they were top tier students, they were role models and had several achievements and all that, I think the students, when they get out of high school, should get $100,000 to start their life. Like, why are we in poverty, people? Because you enslaved the kids to learn a bunch of bullshit that we don't even care if they know, other than math and English and writing, spelling. And now you're trying to get us all into history and make everything all about what happened back then. It's time to move on and move forward. Think about the future and quit worrying about the past, man. You guys and all this Christianity and stuff. I would love to debate this religion with a priest or preacher because I don't understand how other religions haven't thought this up already. You could sit here and see these churches, you're brand new, just make new ones. These churches make millions and millions of dollars. How come they haven't helped their people more? I'll tell you what, this video gets 100 likes. I'll go to that church right there. I'll spend a Sunday and we'll have an interview with the preacher of that church. Please like the video and share it. Make this viral. Let's try to get some stuff to where people are equal nowadays. I'm tired of living like this, guys.